Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Sagittarius. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. So yeah, let's look at the message on your card. This card is actually last quarter moon in Aquarius. And it says reflect on your priorities. Interesting because the first group, although we could see the little astrological sign on it, I don't know if you picked up on it, but the first group also had Aquarius energy. So there might be some sort of similarity or tie-in that's happening with reading 1 and reading 2. If you did feel drawn to reading 1 as well, you might want to check it out. I just feel it's so interesting because as soon as I tap into your energy, I feel your energy kind of grounding and becoming more stable in some way. It's almost like something that, it's like something that so far, up until now, has only been a thought in your mind or a dream. It's coming through as a dream in your heart. So I don't know if this is directly related to a love or romantic type of connection, but this is something that's only been a thought in your mind so far. It hasn't actually materialized. It's like it's becoming more real. You might be seeing this thing for the first time in the near future, or seeing your plans come to life, or literally holding something in your hands for the first time in the near future. I just heard prototype. So weird. We're going to use it as an example because you might be able to apply it to whatever situation is going on in your life. But this would be like if you were an inventor and you have this this wild idea, you have this crazy idea, you're excited about it, but you're the only person that can see this thing. You can only see it in your imagination. It only lives in your internal world, and now you're having this thing actually built, and maybe the prototype is shipped to you now, and you can actually take this thing out and hold it in your hand, and it's like that vision that I had, that dream that I had, that idea is now real and tangible, and it's in my hand. So that can show up in so many ways. For some of you, this could have to do with bringing a child into this world. This could be about that dream actually being grounded in reality and coming through in a very physical and human way. But this can be a lot of things. This is any kind of dream or desire of your heart. This can even be a relationship or a connection that has been... I really don't want to put it like this, but I feel like for those of you that this resonates with, you know what I mean because you've actually had this thought. You thought this whole thing was in your head. Or there are times where you're like, is this all in my head? Am I making this up? Have I dreamed up this whole connection? Or this can also mean it's kind of a relationship that has never been able to be physical, or you haven't seen this person in real life. And that can make you feel a little bit odd sometimes. Like, I feel all of these feelings, but I don't have the actual physical evidence. This can be kind of an indication that these things are coming into physical form. We're dealing with the number 88, which is a number of manifestation. 8s are a number of manifestation. And I also associate 8s with diligent, focused work, which I find kind of interesting because your card says reflect on your priorities. So this is kind of giving me the feeling that a manifestation you've been working on is reaching some level of either completion or a level of success that makes it feel real for the first time. Something that you have prioritized, something that was important to you, is becoming real. Yeah. I'm sensing that there's something you're really going for here, some dream that you would like to manifest, something that you would like to bring into your life. Yeah. I feel like what you might not see coming here, because it's really interesting. I feel like you know what this thing is. And so that's not what you don't see coming for a lot of you. You've already identified this thing and you know what you would like to manifest, what you would like to bring into your life. That's not the surprise. The surprise is how much you can actually accomplish, or how close you're going to get to this manifestation when you are focused, when you have clarity around what's most important to you. I feel like sometimes we have to be reminded that everything we say yes to means that we're saying no to something else, because we can only fit so much on our plate. And even if we think we can do it all, in reality, we are limited by our resources like time, our energy, our finances even. So this is kind of giving me, and I want this energy to feel really empowering to you, because that's how it's meant to be. That's how it's coming through. That's how it feels to me. Everything you say yes to means you're saying no to something else. So it really makes you get focused. Sometimes we think we can say yes to everything, but in reality we can't. So it's about saying yes to those things that are very meaningful to us, things that we really want to put our time into, things that we really want to manifest and create in our lives. And that will mean that other things that are less important to us, that don't matter so much, will fall away. So this is really a message that your manifestation is closer than you think it is. And for some of you, this is multiple manifestations I'm hearing. It's closer than you think. And if you are feeling a little bit stalled on bringing a manifestation into physical form, this is about making sure that that goal, that thing is prioritized, that your time and your energy and your resources are put toward this thing. And you're going to be so surprised how much you accomplish and how fast this moves when priorities are arranged so that you're putting that time and focus into what really matters the most to you. Wow, the results you're going to see. The results you're going to see. So it's like, let's take an example of like, let's say you really want to improve your fitness and you want to exercise more. But because the actual exercising of it all never really seems to get prioritized because of a lot of things. You know, it can be because of demands from other people, because of busy schedules, because of long work hours, whatever it might be. Because that part of it doesn't get prioritized, you don't end up seeing the changes that you want to see in that area. So there's never enough time to get to the gym or there's not enough time to get this workout in before you're completely exhausted and just spent for the day. It's kind of giving me that feeling of like sometimes you have to do 1,000 other things before you can get to what you really want to, before you can get that to that top priority. And it might be that you're really just spreading yourself too thin and finding it difficult to do it all. But this is really kind of giving me the feeling of like simplifying things. You don't have to do it all. Wow, you guys might not be seeing. Okay, so this might be something you're not seeing right now, that it needs to actually be simplified to accomplish more. You're going to make more meaningful changes in areas that are truly important to you by simplifying and eliminating those things that really aren't that important. Yeah. I'm feeling like one change that you don't see coming, and this probably branches out into multiple areas of your life, it's that your manifestations are almost supercharged and massively sped up when you're clear and you're deliberate about your priorities. And that really might mean clearing some space on your to-do list, clearing away those things that aren't resonating with you anymore. And there also might be a need to put a hold on something if you are kind of going off in too many directions at once. There might be something that is important to you, but it's not important right now, and it needs to be kind of placed on the back burner, and all of this attention and focus needs to go to that one big goal of yours, or those couple of big goals, really putting as much attention and focus as you can there. And it's like your manifestation just, whoa, like I just feel it's just a supercharged kind of feeling here, super fast. It's like you cannot be stopped once your focus and your priorities get in line. Okay, I'm really interested to see what other energies come out for you, because this is actually huge to not see. Basically, your manifestation abilities really amping up here, and you might not see that coming, but I want to see if we can like see specifically what some of these manifestations might be. And it might not come through like that, because like I'm saying, it really feels like this is your ability to manifest and to bring a lot of different things into your life. And it's almost like starting to knock one thing out at a time. Like you're identifying what that top priority is, what that most important thing is. But it's almost like a domino effect, because once you have achieved that, once you've accomplished that, first of all, your manifestation abilities and skills are like amped up. you've eliminated something from your list of things to do, and you have this feeling of accomplishment after doing that. So it's actually helping you to bring in more manifestations. This is a much less scattered energy. I'm feeling, if you've been feeling scattered, like a chicken with your head cut off, that's not, is that the saying? A chicken with its head cut off. If you kind of feel like you've been running in a lot of different directions trying to make a lot of things happen, it's like kind of this message of simplifying is actually going to make so much more progress. And then it's like boom, 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 like just checking things off the list after that. I don't think you guys see how many changes and how much manifestation energy is going on for you right now. I'm shuffling your oracles. I don't know if I said that, but I'm just anxious to see what we have going on here. So we have authenticity. This is card 13. I just immediately think of the death card. Transformation. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, simplicity brings so much abundance is what I'm hearing. So much more of what you actually want is coming into your life, and it's through simplifying and focusing on these priorities. So it's like you're finding quality in the direction that you're moving in rather than quantity. I really hope that makes sense, but it's like instead of moving in a million different directions, you move in one focused direction and you make so much more progress. Priorities. Some of you, I feel like, oh, I want to get the rest of your cards out here. I feel like for some of you, traveling is a priority for you right now. It's something that you really want to experience. It's something you really want to manifest. And this might be really long distance travel. This could even be referencing moving or kind of living in multiple locations, like going from place to place. And this might be something that needs to be prioritized right now because it feels like it's a really authentic part of you, a really authentic desire of yours, a really authentic piece of your puzzle and your personality. We have support. I'm going to pull an animal spirit card for you, and then we're going to look at this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you got the spider. My goodness, you guys. The spider is a sign of manifestation and also another symbol of the number 8. So definitely there might be some sort of connection with you to the number 8. I also think I forgot to mention that if we're looking at maybe timing around when these changes might start coming into your life, when you might start noticing changes. We did have Aquarius energy here, so this might be during Aquarius season. This might be significant to you, and this was the same with reading. For some of you, this is birthday season for you, I'm hearing, and this might even be that you are receiving an unexpected gift or a surprise. I feel like this gift might be directly related to a manifestation that you're working on. It might be a tool or a service that helps you accomplish this dream. This could even, we're looking at this adventures card, this could even be a gift of travel or like a trip that you're planning with friends, family members, something, maybe someone pays for your plane ticket or something like that for you to like travel to a location that you really want to. Yeah, with the support, somebody supports your dreams here. And I feel like for a lot of you, it might not be what you are expecting. You might not expect to receive help or support in this area. You might even be receiving help or support in terms of getting your priorities where you need them to be. So maybe it's like your partner or your mother, your roommate, someone who's close to you. They might be helping you to get some of the things done that aren't really a priority of yours, and so that you can focus on exactly what you're trying to manifest. So kind of keep that in mind and be open to that support, because you might not expect it, but it is coming. I'm noticing something really interesting here. We have authenticity and adventures. So we have AA, and then here we have support and spider, SS. So that's kind of crazy. And these might represent an initial for you. I feel like for some of you, this might have something to do with like your name begins with an A, and maybe your partner or a romantic interest also has a name that begins with an A, or they might have a name that begins with an S. These could also be referencing a month of the year. So we were talking about timing and we were looking around Aquarius season, another A. But we might be looking at, let's see, April, August, September could be significant months for you. And this could even be times maybe that have already happened that kind of play into this manifestation that you're working on. So these might be crucial months where something important happened, or an idea or an opportunity was presented to you during these months. So very interesting there. And gosh, I feel like this is for like one person. I'm going to say it because I'm hearing this AA. So this could have something to do with overcoming an addiction for some of you. And this is a manifestation that you're working on. I feel like, gosh, you guys, like the power in this, the power for you to overcome this. And this doesn't have to be someone who has necessarily had like a particular addiction. This could even be thought patterns and like habitual negative thoughts, or something that you're trying to overcome, some kind of maybe a mental hang up that you've been trying to overcome. I feel like there's just so much energy and so much positivity around manifesting this change here. I feel like a message that's really coming through for you is that when you are really true to yourself with this authenticity kind of energy, being really true to yourself and really acknowledging and honoring what you want to create in your life, you find yourself in this place where not only do you have the support, but it's like there's literally no stopping you. There is no stopping the manifestation that you're able to bring into your life. I feel like August is super significant to you. I'm looking at this spider again and thinking about this number 8. August is the 8th month, and we have all this reference to something that starts with an A and the number 8 and this manifestation energy. So you might want to keep August in mind, or August might already be something that's significant to you and you already know this. I feel like for a lot of you, it has something to do with a lot of work that you've put in. The spider is kind of a symbol of hard work and dedication. So I feel like whatever this manifestation is, or these manifestations, these are things that you've been willing to work hard at. I kind of get the little image and the story of the spider. Like a spider's going to weave a web every single day. And if that web is destroyed, the spider will weave another web. Like, they're very diligent workers, very serious about what they do. And when you're passionate about something, I feel like you can work on it forever and ever. And it's about making those things that you're passionate about and those things that you're working on forever and ever, making those things a priority. And there's something here about learning how to work really smart, because I feel like what's really interesting about this is I feel like you guys are able to accomplish more by doing less, and this is something that you're not kind of realizing is coming. Like you're figuring out ways to work really, really smart and not really hard. And I think part of that starts with getting really clear on what's important to you. Once you know that, you can manifest it really, really fast. So really interesting. I'm also really drawn to, on the support card, you see this infinity symbol here? I can't stop looking at it, and it's kind of reminding me of the infinity symbol that's above the magician's head on the first card of the major arcana. So this is another reference to manifestation. Wow. Okay. Yeah. There's something really coming through about this manifestation that you guys are working on. This it's something that you really want to bring into your life. And it might be kind of new territory. So I'm tapping back into the spider energy, and it's like when spiders travel into new territory, they will often remain connected to like a safety thread, just a single thread of the silk that they weave. In case something goes wrong, you know, they can like, they can kind of be pulled back into familiar territory, or they can go back to a place that they know. And I feel like for you, this is not really about you needing kind of like that safety net or something. I feel like for you, this is referencing this authentic place. I think that single thread for you is tapping into that authenticity, remaining connected to what's truly important to you and what feels real and what feels authentic. And it's like, you cannot be lost when you're tapped into that authenticity. You can't be confused about what you're manifesting or what you're bringing into your life when you're tapped into exactly what you want. And it's just remaining connected to that thread, remaining connected to that important piece, that essence of you. And it's like, this opens up so many doors here. You have this adventures card. This opens up so many doors for you. There's unexpected travel on the horizon, and a lot more support than you realize. I feel like for some of you, if traveling is a concern because maybe you have like, this is gonna sound potentially really silly, but it's like, maybe you have all these adventures you wanna go on, but you have like animals at home or something that has to be cared for, and you're like, I can't leave this behind. I'm not sure how I can do what I wanna do and still maintain everything. This could even be like your house plants or something like that you don't want to leave behind. And it's like, you have support from those around you that are going to help you to make these dreams come true. So someone might watch your fur baby or watch your place while you're gone or something like that. I feel like there is more support and more help for you than you realize. Let's pull some tarot and see what we've got going on here. Okay. That safety thread it just keeps coming back into my view, so there must be something there that some idea that hasn't been explored. I feel like this has to do with those priorities, and that safety thread, I'm just calling it that because that's kind of what I would call it, like if we were talking about the spider. But I feel like that idea is kind of connecting back to this idea of priorities, like being connected to that one thing that is super important, keeping that in your focus, and like being able to accomplish this a lot faster. 6 of Wands energy, talk about accomplishment. Being able to accomplish this a lot faster than you thought was possible. Like, you might not realize that this manifestation is right around the corner. This victory is right around the corner. 6 of Wands, this is about recognition. This is about praise, being noticed, winning an award, accomplishing that work. There's a lot of energy on you. 4 of Wands. Wow. A lot of focus and attention. Fire energy. Let's scoot this over. That's exciting. That's exciting. So we're looking at a lot of passionate fire sign energy. 5 of Wands. Okay, now I'm curious. What changes would you not see coming? Let's look at this. All Wands energy. More fire energy. Leo energy with that strength card. 9 of Cups. Whoa, you guys. Okay. So we've got some Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, but we're really focusing in here on that Leo energy with the strength card coming out for you. 9 of Cups is about your wishes being fulfilled, dreams coming true. It's a lot about material abundance, but I'm using that word material sort of loosely right now and kind of metaphorically, because we were talking about something coming into physical form, actually being manifested. So this material abundance is kind of the abundance of something being very real here. And I feel like that I love this. I love the way this is depicted, because this is kind of that energy of like sitting back, relaxing, letting it all flow in, looking around you and thinking, this is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly how I wanted this to turn out. I've got everything that I need here. The 9 of Cups also reminds us that to get what we want, some things have to fall away. And I feel like that's an energy we've been playing with here a lot, because reflecting on our priorities is kind of that energy. Like, we can't do it all. And we have to choose what we really want to do. And we have to find ways that we aren't spending so much of our time on someone else's priorities and never making our own dreams come true. But this is really showing you stepping into that energy of manifesting what you want to have in your life, having that victory. I do wonder if for some of you, there have been obstacles in the way, or maybe somebody who was a little resistant, maybe someone that you didn't think was supportive of your dreams that's close to you, because we have this Five of Wands energy. I love that we had the support card come out for you, because that shows you that there's support maybe in places that you didn't realize. There might be someone, a very prominent person in your life that maybe isn't the most supportive all the time, but there is support there for you. So it's about knowing where to look. And we can look at this idea of priorities as prioritizing kind of the energy that we let in our life, the people that we surround ourselves with. There might be people who need to fall away because they have a pretty negative perspective, and because they don't want to support your dreams. And that's okay. That's okay. This is why we have this strength card, because you're really strong enough to persevere through that. You're strong enough to cut the ties when they just aren't working for you anymore. If they're not in your highest good, if they're not going to help you manifest all of your dreams and wishes and desires, then that's okay. But there's definitely support there for you. And a lot of water energy. You see this on the support card? Definite water sign energy there. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy there, also with the Nine of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You guys are stepping into some kind of power. The Queen of Wands, I would describe her as authentic. We have the card of authenticity. I would describe her as authentic, as powerful, as spicy, charismatic, feisty, and very confident. So I feel like there is kind of this confidence that you're bringing with you into this next phase, and a lot of confidence around your ability to manifest and create what you want in your life. And this might be something that you just didn't see happening. And I feel like this is because these manifestations are coming into your life, so you might not have realized how confident you were going to feel or how easily you were going to bring these changes in. You might not have noticed that. The moon underneath that. My goodness, you guys. There's a lot to be uncovered here. That card actually showed up in reading one. So yeah, there's a lot that's being revealed to you and uncovered. And I think this does have to do with what you're prioritizing in your life. Let's move her over there. She was bottom of the deck energy, but I wanted this queen out here because I feel like this is a huge representation of the energy that you're stepping into. This energy of confidence and this energy of charisma. If we look at the Queen of Wands, we look at the Six of Wands, this is somebody who has the spotlight on them. So this might have something to do with that manifestation. You might be manifesting a following, an audience, support from your followers, things like that. Because with the Six of Wands energy, this Queen of Wands, it's like you're in the spotlight and you're ready to kind of step into this place of, it's almost a place of being like a leader, being a light, having a voice, being recognized for your contributions, and you're feeling that love and you're feeling that support. And the reason that this is happening is because you are moving from a really authentic place. You're moving from a place of realness, and you're focused on what's important to you, what experiences and adventures you want to have in your life. This is not about somebody else's plan for you. This is about literally your plan and what's standing out to you as important and significant. Wow. Okay. Let's pull some messages and advice for you. And I've left this totally open. We're just going to see what comes through. Might be some messages from your guides. There is kind of something coming through, again, back to that spider energy. There's kind of this feeling of like when you're moving from this place of authenticity, and this place that feels really true to you and that's honoring you, I feel like you will always be safe in that energy. That's probably what was missing from the spider analogy and that safety thread before. You will always be safe in that energy. You can always rely on your inner guidance to lead you in the right direction. What changes are they not seeing coming? Oh my goodness. New you. Queen of Wands. I feel like that is the new you energy, the Queen of Wands. And like I was saying, confident, vibrant. The center of attention is how this is coming through. And this might not be an energy that you really see yourself in, but what I'm seeing here is that when you're in this authentic place, you really are the center of attention. You really do draw a lot of eyes. You draw a lot of recognition. People are interested in what you have to say. People are interested in what you're creating and what you're doing, and they want to support you. So if there's something that you wanted to start, manifest, where you do need the support of others, you might need people to pitch in, to contribute. This might even be about starting some sort of foundation or like a nonprofit for some of you. For some reason that's coming through, and it's like you're really taking charge and taking the lead, and you're gaining the support of other people. People like what you're doing. They're seeing this light kind of like shine through. They're seeing this passion shine through. They're seeing that you're an authentic person that is moving from a place that's real, like from a place where this stuff's really important to you and you're really passionate about it. A lot of celebratory energy here. Remember who you are. Gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Talk about authenticity. Okay, let me, I'm going to slow down on these messages for a second because your guides just tied me back into something that kind of happened in the beginning of the reading. I was saying that for a lot of you, you know exactly what this manifestation is. And for some of you, your guides just kind of made me aware that you might not realize what this manifestation is. It is something that you were connected to at some other point, and you do know, like deep down, you do know what it is, but you might be at a place where you're kind of like, I don't really know what my priorities are. I don't know what I want to manifest. And your guides are saying when you tap back into that authentic place, again, that safety thread, when you're tapped back into that place that's truly you, that place that connects you to spirit, that place where all of the outside noise is drowned out and it's just about you and what you're feeling and what you came here to do, you will find out what this manifestation is. You will discover what it is. So if there is a question in your mind about what these priorities should be or what that number one should be, your guides are saying just remember who you are, tapping back into that. Isn't that so funny? Remember who you are and new you. So it's like connecting back to that authentic place is really giving birth to this new version of you. It's so crazy how that, I can see how that would work. Like it sounds counterintuitive, but yeah, it's opening new doors to move from this place of authenticity. What other messages do you have? Ooh, when you least expect it. When you least expect it. This can be opportunities, even these adventures, so maybe travels and things like that when you least expect it. Recognition when you least expect it. Progress and this manifestation falling right into your lap when you least expect it. Being in this Nine of Cups energy. At a time when you really didn't know. So if we're talking about timing, we did talk some about timing, Aquarius season, April, August, September, things like that. But we kind of have this other indication of this happening when you really have no clue. Let's see. Let's get you at least one more message. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got more than one, but we had partnership and we had spiritual growth. So this might be about a partnership. We have support here. This could be a romantic partnership. This might be a business partnership for some of you. This could be about prioritizing a relationship or partnership for some of you, and it creating a lot of growth spiritually. This can even be about a partnership when you least expect it. I feel like opportunities are coming your way that you don't expect. And I almost feel like you go into operating from this authentic place with literally no expectations because it becomes something that's just important for you to do. I feel like it's that kind of energy, like, you know what, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to create and manifest in my life. And I'm just going to see where it takes me. I'm just going to do this because it brings me joy. I'm going to do this because it helps others. I'm going to do it because this is my calling. And then these opportunities are coming your way when you didn't even expect that. So maybe partnership opportunities, sponsorship opportunities, things like this, that you weren't doing this to create this result necessarily, but it's definitely a welcome consequence of you stepping into this authentic place and you operating from this new version of yourself. Wow. Manifestation machine over here. Like, no joke. No joke. So I think I'm going to wrap up your reading there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you like this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit subscribe if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again really soon in another reading. Bye.